Dear friends, welcome to the science class. So in the last class we were discussing about the light topic. In that light topic we were discussing about the human eye. So we already discussed about the structure of the human eye. There is nothing but it has this type of structure. So outermost part of that structure is nothing but cornea. This layer is cornea. So here the outermost part. Whichever you are going to see, the outermost part is nothing but cornea. And this part, the transparent part which is present here, dark circle part which is present here, that is nothing but the iris. Next, in between there is a small hole which is present, small hole like structure, small point like structure which is present, it is nothing but the pupil. Inside whatever we are going to see from the outside, inside which whatever we are going to see, that iris as well as the pupil, inside which at a point there is the presence of the lens. So lens is going to be helpful for us to do the refraction of the light. Then in that lens is connected by the ciliary muscles to the eye. Here, these are the ciliary muscles which is connected to the lens. In the same manner, here the vitreous humor is present. That is nothing but it is the combination of the cells. Here there is the sensory cells are present. Those sensory cells are nothing but what? It is known as the retina. And here is an optic nerve present. So whatever signals which is going to come on the retina, it is going to transfer to the brain by the optic nerve. So this is the structure of the human eye. So next what we are going to discuss here, we are going to discuss about the working of human eye. So how does the human eye works here? So we already know that light is required for seeing the things. Whatever the object you are going to see, for that thing there is the requirement of the light. Without light it is not possible to see those things. So what happens? When a light comes and falls on an object, what is it is going to do? It is going to reflect the light. Now, for example, I am seeing towards the camera. That means I am seeing camera. So, why I am seeing the camera here? Whatever the light which is present here, it is falling on the camera and it is reflected towards me. When it reflects towards me, it is entering into my eyes. Then only it is possible that I am seeing the things. If it is not entering into my eyes, then it is possible that I am going to see that thing? No, it is not possible. Right? So if it is possible that whatever the light which is coming on the camera or which are coming on the object and it is reflecting towards me, is it possible to see everything? No, it is not possible. So what is possible here? Whatever the light which is reflecting from those objects, it should enter into our eyes. Then it is only possible that we are going to see the objects. Right? If not, it is not possible to see those objects. Now see here, in this room only, everywhere is the light is present here. Everywhere objects are present and everywhere light is also present. Right? On all those things, light is reflecting towards me. If you see everything, light is reflecting towards me. Now is it possible that I am seeing all those things? No. I am seeing those things which is reflecting light rays towards into my eyes, not on my back. So that light which is coming from those objects should enter into our eyes. For that reason I am seeing the front side only, not the right side, not the left side, as well as not the back side at a time. So it is that whatever the object should be visible here, the light which is coming from that object should enter into our eyes. So here in this case also, whatever the working of the human eye is there, what does it work here? Its work is nothing but what? It is work is to grasp the light rays and form an image here. So what does it is going to do here? See here, it is again the human eye. Let this be a generalized structure. I am going to draw this structure as a circular form only. Right. Now see here, the first part is nothing but what? Cornea. So what is the work of the cornea? Cornea first, it is going to protect our eye. This thing, cornea is going to protect our eye from the outside dust particles, any other particles which is going to harm our eyes. So it is going to protect our eyes. The first case. Second case, what it is going to do? Whatever the maximum light which is coming in towards our eyes, it is going to refract those light rays towards iris. So whatever the light which is coming here towards it is going to refract towards the iris. Now if you remember, refraction is nothing but what? It is the bending of light. It is the bending of light. We already know that for the formation of the image, while discussing about the plane mirror, for the formation of the image, two light rays, minimum two light rays should converge. If they not converge, it is not possible that those are going to form the image. For that, here the maximum convergence happens. Maximum convergence happens. So that nothing but it is going to refract the light rays. So if the light rays are coming in this light rays, the iris is going to refract the light rays towards the cornea is going to refract the light rays towards the iris. Right. So this is the major function of the iris. Now next, this is the major function of the cornea. Next one is iris. So which is the dark circled part here, which is present inside our eyes. And as well as iris is going to demonstrate the color of the eye. Now we already know that we have a brown colored eye. Someone is going to have the cat-like colored eye. Someone is going to have the blue colored eye. So how we are going to identify that the person is having the blue colored eye, brown colored eye? It is depending on the color of the iris. If the color of the iris is equal to brown color, then we can say that the color of the eye is equal to brown color. If the color of the eye is blue color, then we are going to say that the person is going to have the blue colored eye. So this is the first thing iris is going to demonstrate us. And the second thing, what is iris is going to do here? Iris is going to do the maintenance, or it is going to control the amount of light ray which is going to enter into our eyes. It is going to control the amount of light ray which is going to enter into our eyes. Right. So if the light ray is coming, now we have high amount of light ray, which is going to come towards us. It is going to control how much light ray should enter into our eyes. It is going to control how much light ray should enter into our eyes and how much does not. So it is controlled by the what? It is controlled by the iris. So it is going to control the amount of light ray which should enter into our eyes. It is going to control the size of the pupil. By controlling the size of the pupil, it is controlling the amount of light ray which is going to enter into our eyes. Now what happens to the pupil? We know that it is going to control the size of the pupil. So how does pupil is going to control the amount of light ray which is going to enter into our eyes? Now let us take an example here. At the morning time when you come to the school, what you are going to do here? We are going to go for the prayer at the outside. So there will be sun will be present. We know that sun will be present. So what happens after the prayer? We suddenly enter into your classroom. When you enter into the classroom, is it possible that you are going to see everything clearly, properly? Is it possible? You are standing in the sunlight to do the prayers. After entering into the classroom, is it possible that you are going to see everything at the moment when you enter into this classroom? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. We are going to see the only dark. When you enter into the classroom, it will be only dark. Only dark. In the same manner, you are sitting in a classroom up to noon time, up to 12 o'clock. Now suddenly there is the break is going to come. When the break comes, you go outside into the sunlight. When you go outside into the sunlight, what is going to happen? Is it possible that you are clearly going to see that thing like this? No. There will be a flash of light which is going to come to your eyes. Because of that, you are going to close your eyes. You can't see everything clearly. So for few seconds, you are going to close your eyes. After that, you are going to see the things clearly. Because of that thing, when you go outside, suddenly there will be tears which is going to come from your eyes. Because of that, high intensity light is striking your eyes. So why it is happening? When we are standing outside, when we come into the inside, we can't see, everything will be dark. When we are sitting inside, when we go outside, it will be very, very high intensity light. So why it is happening here? It is happening because of the size of the pupil is getting reduced as well as size of the pupil is getting increased. Since it is going to control the amount of light which is going to enter into our eyes, and it is going to come out from controlling how much light should enter into our eyes. Which one is pupil? So when you check the pupil, when you are sitting inside a room, the size of the pupil will be larger. So in the same way, when you go outside, if you check the same pupil, the size of the pupil in outside region, it will be smaller. It will be smaller. In the same manner, at the time of the prayer, if you check your size of the pupil or if you check the size of the pupil of your friend, it will be smaller one. Right? If this check this pupil of the same person when he enters into the classroom, after some time if you check that pupil, the size of the pupil will be larger. Size of the pupil will be larger. So why the size of the pupil is changing here? So see here, inside the amount of light ray, the amount of intensity of light is smaller. Right, the amount of intensity of the light is less. So because of that, we have to see the things clearly. Because of that, our pupil size is increasing, so that the amount of light ray which is present inside a room should enter in maximum number. They should enter in maximum number. In the same manner, if you go outside, the intensity of the light will be larger. It will be maximum. So that the requirement of the light energy is less there. So because of that, our size, pupil size is going to get reduced. It will become smaller. When it becomes smaller, the amount of light which is entering into our eyes will be less. But it is going to give the clearer image. So for that reason, our pupil is going to change its size so that we can see the things clearly and there will be no harm to the eyes. No harm to the eyes. So how does the size of the pupil is getting controlled? The size of the pupil is getting controlled by the iris. So iris indirectly controlling the amount of light which is entering into our eyes. Right. In the same manner, which one is controlling the amount of light ray entering into our eyes? It is the pupil which is controlling the amount of light ray which should enter into our eyes, which should not enter into our eyes. So let us take here, this is the eye and this is the iris. And this is the pupil. So I am going to take the iris away. This is the eye and this is the pupil. And this is also eye, this is the. So it will be outside. It will be inside. When we are sitting outside, the size of the pupil will be smaller. When we are sitting inside, the size of the pupil will be larger. So high amount of light ray is going to enter into the eye. Right, we already know that in the inside room there will be dim light, in the outside it will be very, very high intensity light. So for that reason, due to the size of the pupil, when you see that sun directly, it is not possible to see the sun directly at the noon time. Why? The size of the pupil is smaller, very, very smaller, right? Again, since the light which is coming from the sun is high intensity light. So that light is not going to be taken by our eyes. Because of that, we can't see clearly that thing. It is going to, if you continuously see that thing, it is going to harm our eyes. Because of that thing, we shouldn't see directly the sun continuously. Right. So I hope everything is clear about the pupil. How it is going to control the amount of light ray which is entering into our eyes. So next part is what? So you know that the light is coming from what? Light is coming and it is entering into the eye by the cornea, then it is entering into the iris, and the amount of light which is entering into our eye is controlled by the pupil. So next what is happening here? The light is entering into our eyes. So next which one is here? It is nothing but the lens. It is nothing but what? It is the lens. So what is the work of the lens here? What is the work of the lens? So if you already know that, we know that is nothing but for the formation of the image, there should be two light rays should be converged. So see here, all the light rays are coming in the parallel direction. If the all the directions are coming in the parallel direction for the formation of the image, those light rays should converge. So which one is going to do here that thing? That is nothing but the lens. Lens is going to help in the convergence of the light rays at the point retina. Convergence of the light rays at point retina. So if you take the lens here like this, if you take out the lens outside and the light rays are coming like this. So if the light rays are continuously traveling in the same direction, is it possible that we are going to see the formation of the image? No, it is not possible. So for that reason, these light rays are going to converge by this lens. So there is the formation of the image. So see here. They are converging at this point. Because of that thing, it is going to form the image here. They are going to form the image. So it is what? It is a jelly-like substance. It is made from the jelly-like substance and it is a lens. It is a converging lens. So converging lens is nothing but what? It is a convex lens. It is a convex lens or crystalline lens. Convex lens which is made from the jelly-like substance, transparent substance. So whatever the light ray which is going to come here, it should pass through that thing. Then only it is going to form an image. So it is a transparent jelly-like substance which is a convex lens. So what is the major function of the convex lens here? It is going to converge the light ray which is coming from the outside. So it is the major function of this lens. Next, ciliary muscles. What is the work of the ciliary muscles here? Ciliary muscles are going to control the size of the lens. Ciliary muscles are going to control the size of the lens. It may be going to increase the size of the lens, or it may be going to decrease the size of the lens, depending on the where we are going to see the object. Where we are going to see the object, depending on that thing, it is going to change the size of the lens by the ciliary muscles. So those ciliary muscles are going to contract or relax. Because of that contraction and relaxation of the lens, muscles of the ciliary, they are going to control the size of the lens. So next, what happens where the light is going to form, where the image is going to form? Whichever the light ray which is entering here, which are converged by this lens, where it is going to form the image? These lenses are going to form the image on this thing, this whole thing. This works as the screen here. That thing is nothing but what? That component of the eye is nothing but what? It is the retina. Retina works as screen here. Works as screen. So whatever the image is going to form on the screen are real images only. So on the retina, if the image formed here, that image is nothing but what? It is a real image. So the image is going to form on the retina. So how it is going to form the image on the retina? Since retina contains some sensory organs, sensory receptors, they contain some sensory cells. Those sensory cells are going to sense the light and they are going to form the image. So that image is getting converted into the signals. Whatever the image is going to form on that retina, it is going to get converted into the signals. That signals are transferred to the optic nerve. It is going to transfer to the optic nerve. From that optic nerve, this optic nerve is going to transfer the signal to the brain. So in that brain, it is going to interpret the image. It is going to interpret the image. So like this, it is going to work. So light is entering here, it is forming the image on the retina. That image is traveled to the brain from the optic nerve. So that brain is going to interpret that image and we are going to see the thing. We are going to see the thing. So this is about the working of the retina. So it is about the working of the eye. In the same manner, here some extra cells are also there. So those extra cells are nothing but what? One is the cone cells, second one is the rod cells. One is the first one is the cones and second one is the rods. So what is the work of the cone cell here? Cone cells are sensitive to the bright light. So whatever the image we are going to see here, if the light is present as the bright light, then it is going to identify by the, it is going to sense by the cone cells which is present inside the eyes. In the same manner, rod cells are going to identify or they are going to sense the dim light. Rods are going to sense the dim light. Cones are going to see the bright light, sense the bright light. In the same manner, cones are the cells which are going to help in the sense of the color also. So different color is going to identified by the cone cells. Different color is going to identified by the cone cells. So this is about the working of the human eye. I hope everything is clear. In the same manner here, if you take here is the junction of the retina and optic nerve is present. Retina and optic nerve is present. At this junction, there will be no formation of the image. Image either is going to form here or either it is going to form here. So if you take here at the junction of the retina and the optic nerve, there will be no image formation takes place. So then we can say that if there is no image formation takes place, we can't see the image also. So because of that thing, this spot, whatever the spot which is present here, that spot is known as the blind spot. This spot is known as what? Blind spot. So what is the blind spot here? Blind spot is nothing but it is the junction. It is the junction of retina, and optic nerve. It is the junction of retina and optic nerve. At that junction we can't see any images. Because of that thing it is known as the blind spot. It is known as what? It is known as the blind spot. So this is about the eye. Now next we are going to see some important factors of the eyes. Some important factors of the eyes. So the first factor that thing, we are seeing an image. So for how much time it is possible that it is going to store, that the image is going to store in our eyes? For how much time? For how much time? So I am seeing that thing, I am seeing the image, and again I am going to come like this, in this way. So I am going to see this image. So how much time the initial image will be stored in our eyes? So what is the time there which is going to store our image for some time? It is going to store some image. It is going to store the image for some time. So what is that time? That time is nothing but what? It is the 1 divided by 16 seconds. 1 divided by 16 seconds. So that is nothing but what? The impression of an image in our eyes is going to take place, or it is going to be there up to 1 by 16 seconds. The impression of the image. The impression of the image. So what is the impression of the image here? That is nothing but if you take a camera and if you click a pic, so that impression of the pic is going to store in your phone up to you delete it. Up to you delete it. In the same manner, if I am seeing an object, that means our eye is going to delete that image after 1/16 second. That is nothing but it is going to hold that image for 1 divided by 16 second. 1 divided by 16 second. So what does that mean? 1 divided by 16 seconds, that is nothing but at a time in 1 second it is going to store 16 image. If you take the example of in 1 second it is going to store 16 seconds. To store one image it is going to take time 1 divided by 16. So in 1 second it is going to store 16 images. So it is not possible to that it is going to see all those images. But what is here? What we can take here? It is going to store the image for 1 divided by 16 second. 1 divided by 16 second. Right. So this is the impression can be held by the human eye up to 1 divided by 16 seconds. Right. How? See here. 1 divided by 16 seconds. See here. We have some 16 images of the same kind. We have 16 images of the same kind. And we are flashing the 16 images continuously in 1 second. For every second, the rate at which the images are flashed to you is nothing but what? It is 16 images per second. When 16 images per second are flashed to your eyes, we are going to see that object, whatever the object which is flashing here, whatever the image which is flashing towards our eyes, it is moving, it tends to moving. But actually it is not moving. But it tends to moving to us because it is flashing at the rate of what? At the rate of 16 images per second. Since our eye is going to hold the image for 1 divided by 16 seconds, if continuously flash of that image is going to happen, then it is going to say that, then we are going to say that it is moving, but actually it is not moving. So it is about the impression of the light. Next, we discussed about everything about the eye. Now, what is the major function of these things? Eyelids. If you see here, we have the eyelids. So, what is the major function of the eyelids? Eyelids is going to protect our eyes from the outer environment. It is going to protect our eyes from the outer environment. To prevent some objects and dust particles which is going to enter into our eyes, it is going to prevent those things. So, because of that thing, if you see anything, if it is coming towards our eyes, we are going to close our eyelids. So that eyelids is going to prevent the entering of the insects or entering of the dust particles which are present in the nature. Right. So it is about the eyelids. Now see here. So what is the range of eye which is going to see our images, see the images of the object? If you see here, is it possible to see the objects nearer to us? Yes, it is possible. In the same manner, if we take our eyes, is it possible that we are going to see the object which are present far away from us? Yes, it is also possible. So eye is such a device which is present in our bodies. It is going to see everything which is present nearer to us, as well as it is going to see the things which is very far away from us. So what is the near point and what is the far point of our eyes? So up to what distance our eye is going to see? Closest, at what distance it is going to see? How far it is going to see? We are going to see those things. So the near point of our eye, near view or near point. Near point is nothing but what? It is how much near an object it is going to see. So up to 25 centimeter it is going to see the object. Near point of our eye is what? How much? It is equal to 25 centimeter. So if the object is kept at 25 centimeter from our eye, we can see the image. If the objects come under the 25 centimeter, it comes closer to our eye from 25 centimeter, it is not possible to see the object. If it is far away from it is away from the 25 centimeter. If the distance is more from 25 centimeter, then it is also possible that it is going to see the object. But it shouldn't come less than 25 centimeter. It come less than 25 centimeter, then it is not possible to see that object. In the same manner, if you take the far point here, far point is infinity here. Far point is infinity. If we keep object anywhere at a distance we don't know, infinity, we don't know that distance. Since it is possible that our eyes is going to form an image of that object. So for that reason, far point is anywhere, that is nothing but infinity. Near point is up to 25 centimeter. If it is less than 25 centimeter, it is not possible that our eye is going to form the image of that thing. Image of that. Right. So it is near point and far. In the same manner, if we take some cases here, is it possible that every person is going to see the far object clearly as well as near objects clearly? If we check, some persons are seeing clearly the far objects, but not seeing clearly the near objects. So this defect is known as the nearsightedness, or we can say that myopia. He is going to see clearly the far object, it doesn't seeing the near objects clearly. This defect is known as the myopia. In the same manner, some persons are going to see the clear image of the near object, but he is not seeing the far objects clearly. For that reason, he is going to use the spectacles. So this defect of the eye is known as the hypermetropia. In the same manner, if you check here, in some persons, in the aged persons, they are not going to see the near objects clearly, as well as they are not going to see the far objects also clearly. So if he is not seeing the near objects as well as the far objects clearly, then that defect of the eye is known as the presbyopia. In the same manner, if you check, in some of the persons, in the aged persons, their lens, whatever the lens, jelly-like lens which is present inside our eyes, it is changing its color. It becomes solidified. Because of that thing, if you check inside the iris of those things, it is white colored, somewhat white colored. So that thing is known as the cataract. That is nothing but the jelly-like, the white color changing is nothing but what? It is known as the cataract. So that cataract may lead to the complete loss of vision, one thing, or those persons are not going to see any objects clearly. So it is another defect of the human eye. That is nothing but cataract. So remove that cataract thing. To see those things clearly, they are going to perform the cataract surgery to make that lens again liquefied or jelly-like substance. So when it is liquefied here, it has become transparent again. They are going to see the objects clearly. So those are some defects. One is the myopia, second one is the hypermetropia, third one is the presbyopia, fourth one is the cataract. So in the next class we are going to discuss further about the human eye. Up to that point, thank you, take care, stay well, stay home.